What's going on, y'all? So listen.
What's going on, y'all? This is a random video, I know. Girl, y'all could tell I just wanted to get on here and just start talking about nothing. And I know somebody gonna be like, well, Ashley, you should have went live. Girl, I ain't trying to be on camera all darn day. I gotta get up in the morning early. I'm finna attempt to do a little bit of exercise, because y'all, let me tell you something. I probably mentioned it in my what it is. My sciatica was messing up, right? Now, I didn't know that that was what was going on until I had laid on my back in my bed a couple of days ago or so. And then when I tried to get up, the pain hit me so hard, I literally was about to just break down and cry because I said, what? Because I felt like I wasn't going to be able to get up. I mean, I had to slowly get up, and then it went down my left leg. Okay, it went down my left leg right above or on the side of my knee. Okay, mind you, I have arthritis in my knee, and y'all, if y'all know me or whatever, y'all know where it came from. It come from injury, and on my left knee, I had injured my knee up in a car accident. So yeah, I'm thinking that's what it was, girl. That's what it was, plus the arthritis that was acting up at the same time. I had never felt that pain before, going down the back of my thigh, the way that it was going down. Baby, I said, what the fuck is this? It was different. Everybody's so creative. It was different, okay? I said, and then my muscles was a little bit tight in my other leg. And I was just like, girl, I felt like, when I felt the little sciatic pain come through, my ass said, let's go ahead and still work out a little bit. And not only did I work out a little bit, I worked out a lot of bit, so I really overdid it. And so once I finished the next day, I had woke up. And when I say I worked out a lot of bit, I shouldn't have did nothing. I should have just let my muscle rest at that point. But, I'm that type of person that if I got it in my head that I'm going to do something, I have to do it, okay? I have to do it, I have to do it, I have to do it. Or, it's just not going, it's just going to be on my head so long, and it's just going to make me feel like I'm missing something, or I did something bad or whatever because I didn't do what I was supposed to. As Capricorn, I got to stay on schedule, you know what I'm saying? And so I was trying to get that done. And I was like, girl, you gonna wait, you gonna wait, you gonna wait. It's okay, because you don't feel too hot. Your legs is just about to be kaput. And my ass just said, F that, we gonna work through it. Girl, I did it. I was struggling to get through with it. And then the next day I woke up, I could barely walk. I said, see, now, you ain't got nobody to blame but yourself. Okay, listen, they just not feeling a little bit better, but they was a little tight for a couple of days. I said, oh my God, I'm walking around like I can't, like I need a walker or something, like I'm taking baby steps and everything, because the girl still got to go to work, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what's going on. So I'm going to attempt, when I get off of here, attempt to try to do something very minimal, ease myself back into it. Because if I want to get addicted to something, I want to get addicted to actually working out and working in my favor, you know what I'm saying? Even though that could be a bad thing as well, okay? Because I just seen some things that I'm like, y'all doing a little bit much. Bring it back a little bit, because when you get 70 years old and you don't keep up with all of that, I don't know how your body gonna look. But that's neither here nor there, Moving on from there. That I should say. Well, I really wanted to get on here and to just, because I already put my what it is up, and we talked about Harry Belafonte passing away this week on Wednesday, girl, and then we get today, Thursday, we find out that the GOAT passed away too. I said, what in the world is happening? And who was the GOAT? Girl, Jerry Springer. Jerry. Let me tell you something. Okay. Jerry was probably like my introduction to the debauchery that I can understand. Jerry Springer came out when I was 4 years old. Jerry Springer premiered 1991, okay? I never watched it from the very beginning, but girl, I watched it when I was a kid. And it's so crazy that so many of us that are my age, we watched this stuff when we was kids. Either some of y'all snuck and watched it, or some of y'all was watching it with y'all parents. I was the latter. My mama knew we was watching that stuff. Girl, she didn't care. And 9 out of 10, most of the time it came on while she was at work. So if we was off, and if it came on during the day or whatever, we'll watch it. If it came on when we was we was at school and we had the day off, we definitely watch it, especially when it came on during the summer. Oh my goodness, we watched so much of it. Let me tell you something. Talk shows back in the day are not like the talk shows that are here today, okay? Because back in the day, I honestly feel like the talk shows that was going on, they were just more raw, all right? A little bit more raw, because it literally was anything goes, anything can be said without minimum punishment, okay? Because I feel like these days, talk shows have become so, in general, everything has become like politically correct. You know what I'm saying? You have to be a little bit PC about things. You got to take into account of people's sensibilities and everything, because there is no way a show like Jerry Springer could be on air in this day and time. In this day and time where people are sensitive about their pronouns, are sensitive about certain words that have been used back in the day so fluently, now being derogatory, and you can't say that because it's a slur now. And I'm talking about the T word when it comes to transgender people. You know, I never really liked that word in the first place. Don't put it in my comments, but y'all already know what it is. I never really liked that word in the first place, but you know, that's neither here nor there. But because it always just felt like when you say it was kind of like insulting, especially from someone that's not in the community. And don't get me wrong, because baby, it can be very insulting from somebody that's in the LGBT community, because it's some, you know, gay and lesbians that's not here for the trans folks, and it's just really, it's weird. That's that part about it. For you to be gay and lesbian to be transphobic, it's just a weird thing to me. I just don't understand how that can go hand in hand, but you know, it happens, just like it's internal homophobia. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But it was a lot of stuff. The first time that I probably heard about, you know, trans folks, or transsexual, transvestite, transgender, all of that stuff was on Jerry Springer. I am not gonna kid you. I'm not gonna hold you. Let me tell you, back in the day, the talk shows were so goddamn raunchy. The talk shows just was all over the place, and we like, it's a free for all, okay? Now you had some of your talk shows that, you know, they actually would actually do and tackle actual topics that made sense, that people need to talk about. You know, with calm, cool, collected heads, we'll have a conversation. We'll bring people up from opposing sides, and you know, we'll talk about it. But we're not about to argue. We're not about to fight. We're not about to be throwing chairs and breaking noses. We're not about to be doing all of that. You had Oprah for that. You know what I'm saying? Oprah was one of those talk shows where, you know, it got a little heated, but ain't nobody finna cuss each other out to the point where we finna run up on the stage and we finna fight. You know what I'm saying? People had respect for Oprah even back in the day, you know. But then, and I think even like Montel Williams' show was somewhat like that as well, from what I can recollect. What's that other guy? Phil Donahue. I think his show was something like that, but I don't think I ever watched it. I think that was when I was really, either I wasn't here or I was really young, too young to watch that, because it was just, every time I see clips of it, I'm like, I can't recollect me actually sitting there watching it with my mom or whatever, but, well, let me look that up. Hold on. Phil Donahue's show started when? 26 years. God damn. Oh, bitch. 1967 to 1996. Oh, yeah, that was way before my time, baby. God damn. My mama was 1 year old when he started his show. What? Damn. Anyway, so that was that. And then stuff didn't get real toxic until like the early 90s. The late 80s, early 90s, girl. That's when stuff started getting toxic. And we like, what the fuck is this? That's when trash TV started coming in for real, you know? And so Jerry Springer was the leader of the pack, because you have got, oh my God, I cannot stand when I come on here and I talk to y'all about stuff that I've seen. I think you need to talk, I think it's a show on, that was on either Vice TV or it's called Culture Shock. I think and it was an episode about trash TV. Go on Hulu. I believe it's on Hulu, and I know I seen it on Hulu talk about Culture Shock, but I did watch it when it actually came on TV. But I know they have it on on Hulu as well. But either way, just look up Culture Shock and Jerry Springer, because it was one particular episode, or something about the 90s or something like that. You know, one of those shows. Just look it up and just look up trash TV shows, because they talked about all of the trash talk shows that came on, and the origins of like Jerry Springer. Like Jerry Springer, he started off as a decent person, you know what I'm saying? And not saying that he wasn't, but you know, he was in politics. I believe he was a senator at one point, you know, and then he wanted to put up a talk show, and his talk show originally was wholesome. It was real wholesome, y'all, but people wasn't catching on. It wasn't getting the traction that it needed. And then because of that, like, something happened that flipped it, and he realized, you know, because of this one particular incident where something got a little bit out of control, all of a sudden people started tuning in for it. So it was like, let's continue on this thing. And it became one of the most watched talk shows, competing with Oprah at the time, for real. You know, it was other talk shows that came on trying to do the same format and trying to copy Jerry Springer, and they just couldn't hold up, because Jerry was still here and they was gone. I know one show was Geraldo. You know, now back in the day, I think I did used to look at Geraldo, or we probably looked at a couple of episodes, because we knew who Geraldo was back in the day. We just didn't realize that he would turn out to be the type of person that he is now. Girl, I said when what was it? Was it 2020? What was that election when Trump won? That election, when that came, 2016, when that came through, a whole bunch of people's colors started coming out. We was like, "Oh, girl, I didn't know that was you." And maybe I just wasn't paying attention, because I just really didn't care at the time. But baby, I didn't know Geraldo was like that. I never forget that episode where I think it was like some racists came on the show, and then it was black folks, and then they had got into a fight, right? And then a chair was thrown, and then the chair wound up hitting Geraldo in the nose, and his nose was busted. Like, his nose literally got broken on the show, okay? And I think that was what cut the show off, okay? I never forget they did that special with Geraldo when they was going to, I'm telling my age, y'all. I'm telling my age. Okay, because I look at a lot of pop culture documentaries and stuff, so that's why I'm recollecting all of this. I may not have physically saw it, but I saw it on the documentaries, and it was interesting. I had to go look it up. Girl, because I do remember this. They was trying to find Al Capone old, like, you know, money and stuff or whatever, like in his old safe, and they found the tomb or some shit like that. And when they opened up that bitch, it was like national news. Okay, everybody was watching, everybody was tuned in. This was a Geraldo production, okay? He was the host. Everybody was hyped up to look at it like it was the Super Bowl or whatever. Baby, they cracked that thing open and wasn't nothing up in there. I said, child, cut it off. Cut the cameras. Okay? Dead ass. Cut the cameras. I was so embarrassed for that man, all right? But, you know, it is what it is. But Jerry Springer, ooh, Lord. Imagine being like 6, 7, 10, 9, 12, coming home from school, watching Jerry Springer, looking at Jerry Springer's on your day off, you know, up there talking about people sleeping with this person. Baby, the setup of it, you know, I'm going with this person, but I'm sleeping with his brother and his cousin and his mama too, okay? You know, that was when I first talked about, you know, like the transgenderness, you know, different sexualities and stuff like that. Talk about, so I was born a man, but I'm on here, and he don't know that I was born a man. And then it was always like, as I got older, it's like, how you don't know if y'all was intimate? I had questions. I was young. I didn't understand. Okay? I had questions, you know? And at that point, you realize a lot of this stuff was being done as a gimmick, okay? A lot of this stuff was not really happening. It was just like a storyline. And the way that they had them up there fighting so much, girl, and Steve, the way that Steve wound up getting his own show, because people was cheering just as much for Steve as they was cheering for Jerry, all right? Like, it was a lot. It was a lot. The different peoples on there that was coming up there. And Jerry Springer just became such a pop culture situation that he was featured on so many different shows. And, the fact that he's getting all this respect now, when some people may be like, why are we giving him all of this praise or whatever? And, talking about, because it is not necessarily praise, but you have to understand he came through and he changed the way TV was made. Okay, he's changed the scenery of things, It was gutter trash. We knew it. And at some point, sometimes you just didn't want to sit there and just be all up in your feelings all the time and just be so carried away and be like, oh, this is making me think, and oh, this sob story about this person. No, baby, sometimes you just want to look at some trash that's going to make you laugh. You want to look at some trash that's going to make you get hyped and be like, Jerry. That's what you wanted to do. You had to break it up a little bit, because you would go watch that and then go watch Oprah and cry. Okay, that's what it was back in the day. Oprah need to do a reunion. Oprah need to do a special. And Oprah, I just really don't understand. How is it that you have your own network, your own freaking website, all that stuff, and how come you ain't got access or giving us the public access to your shows? I know it's a whole bunch. I mean, you had 20 plus years on the scene or whatever, but God, you can't put a couple of seasons on streaming, at least the older seasons or whatever, like the younger seasons, I should say, like the latest, the recent seasons, the last few years or whatever. Because don't get me wrong, Oprah may not have been pure trash, but Oprah had some good interviews. Baby, Oprah, how come you can't put some of your little individual interviews that you used to do too? Oh my goodness, I used to love when she sat down and interviewed people. All right, like they used to be real good. I really thought that that's what was gonna happen with the Oprah, the own app and all that stuff, that you could have access to all of that. But hey, I guess you can't. It is what it is. But Jerry Springer was a staple of my childhood, of some of y'all childhood. Y'all remember Ringmaster? That trash. Okay, we're not talking about ghetto. And before Ringmaster rung, so Soul Plane can fly. Okay, that's just what it was. It was in the same field of goddamn ghetto debauchery. That's just what it was. Okay. What else? Jerry Springer sprung so Maury can run, okay? So that all them people can be on there on Maury's show getting them DNA tests running. And let's talk about Maury, because Jerry did birth Maury, if you think about it. You know what I'm saying? Maury wasn't really that as crazy as Jerry Springer. And some people forget, back in the when Maury first came onto the show, and the fact that Maury like 80-something years old, and that man is still here. And when I found out how old he was during the show, I said, you cannot tell me that he that old. You can't tell me he that old, because he don't look it. He do not look it. I said, what? Mind you, this was a few years ago. I said, are you serious? They said, yeah, girl. And mind you, Jerry was only 79 when he passed away. But unfortunately, he passed away due to cancer. Nobody knew he had cancer. Nobody knew he was going through that battle. Cancer, taking out the real ones and everything. You know what I'm saying? It's sad, but he lived the life, okay? It's one of those situations where you just don't take whatever Jerry did serious. You really don't. Even when he was trying to get back into politics and get his other show, you just don't take it serious, because it's just all shits and giggles. It really is. But, Jerry gave birth to goddamn Maury. And like I was trying to say, back in the day when Maury first came on, Maury, for some of the ones that started watching, like, before it got canceled, like right before it got canceled, those few years or whatever, it was basically all like paternity tests and stuff like that. You are the father, you aren't the father, and all that. But before that, when Maury was really, really good, oh my goodness, it was an array of things that was on that show. You had talent shows. You had, at one point, they had people, transgender women, come on there, and you had to determine, like, you really couldn't tell if they were, trans or not. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to be respectful. But they had those little competitions up there, and they were beautiful. Beautiful as hell. I said, now quit now. They said, girl, yeah. I said, all right, do your thing, bitch. You look good. Okay. They had talent shows. Listen, her was on there when she was young as hell. sitting there, playing the little piano, singing her little song or whatever. Now look at her, big star now, okay? To a certain extent. Everybody know who her is just about. Who else? Girl. They used to have, like, you want to know, they had the ones where people came on there and they had phobias and they had to confront their phobias and stuff like that, like their fears and all this stuff. I never forget that episode when one of the ladies was scared of cotton balls. She was dead ass scared of cotton balls. One was scared of balloons. One was scared of olives. I said, not olives. Now, what do olives do to you? Okay, I mean, olives do look kind of weird or whatever when it's green or black. No, the green ones, and then they got the little red in the middle, like a little eyeball looking at you. I get that, but girl, you was doing a little bit too much. Then it came more so about the paternity stuff or whatever. But my ultimate favorite was when they had them badass kids come up on there. Them badass kids came up on there, okay? My name is so-and-so and so-and-so, and I'm 15 years old, and I don't give a damn what my mama say. She can shut her fat ass up, okay? She don't run shit. I go outside and I do whatever the fuck it is that I want to do. If I want to take her keys to her car, I don't give a fuck. I take her keys to her car. I go out and I fuck whoever the fuck it is that I want to, and I get my money out of it. I will never forget one of the episodes with that little girl. She must have been like 10 years old talking about something, and I fucked that man for a cheeseburger. I said, excuse me. I was like, this is wrong. This is wrong, but I don't understand why I chuckled. Because I was blown. I said, wait a minute, I was taken aback. You did what for a cheeseburger? I said, ma'am, are you really as old as you say you are? Okay, I will fucking nigga for a cheeseburger. Is it really that deep? I mean, back in the day, McDonald's cheeseburgers didn't really cost that much. And you mean to tell me y'all out here doing this stuff for a cheeseburger? Times was hard even back then. Wow, and then they'll take them to a boot camp, and then they always had them come out there, especially if they was the girls or whatever. They be dressed up all hoish and everything, and I'm like, this can't be real. This cannot be real. And then they take them to boot camp. They always had that black man come out there. It was a black one or a white one that was a drill sergeant. They came out there all up in their face, and then they was there for like a week or so or less, and then they come back, and all of a sudden they change. I said, get up out of here. Get up out of here. Baby, Jerry Springer birthed Maury, and then Maury birthed Scared Straight. Think about it. Some of these talk shows birthed the show Scared Straight with them teens when they were taking them to the prison and all that stuff. Oh my goodness. And if you ain't never seen Scared Straight, oh, that was some good television. That was some good reality television, okay? Because I was like, it's really kids out here talking back to their mama the way that y'all talking back to me. And y'all dead ass serious. This ain't no acting right here. Y'all dead ass doing this stuff. I couldn't do that. I got too much respect, even as an adult now. But moving on from that, also, we had like Ricki Lake. Ricki Lake was kind of underneath more Jerry Springer too, because they did some wild shit on Ricki Lake as well. But see, Ricki Lake had a variety stuff. She always have a guest come out there. You had celebrities that came there. You had entertainment, you had performances or whatever, because I told y'all, the first time I ever seen Usher perform live was he was on Ricki Lake, you know what I'm saying? Also, let's talk about Jenny Jones, okay? Jenny Jones was another one of them ones that we was looking at that was trash talk show, okay? But see, I like Jenny Jones, Jenny Jones, I think, was out here in Chicago. Can't remember, don't quote me on it, don't feel like looking it up. But Rude Jude, y'all remember him on there. She used to have talent shows too. She also had the people come out there, and she used to break artists. I keep on telling y'all, every time I speak about Jenny Jones, I'm going to bring up B2K, and that was the very first time we ever seen her perform on a national TV show or national TV, and they did their first single, and I was like, oh, they cute or whatever. I didn't think they was going to go anywhere. Shut my mouth, okay? But yeah, that was that. And then that whole situation happened when that guy killed that other guy that was on the show that said that he had a crush on him. Jenny Jones kind of flipped off of that one. I said, ooh, girl, that was crazy. And if y'all don't know the story about that, it was this guy. He was gay. And I believe it was his friend, one of his best friends or roommate or something. I believe it was a friend. He had brought him on the show. and he was revealing to him that he had a crush on somebody. And then come to find out the crush was on his straight friend. And so dude was just, he played along with it like he was taken aback. But even looking at you couldn't really tell that he was totally uncomfortable to the point that he would actually act out in violence. And that wound up what happened once they got through filming. You know, he wound up killing old boy. And I was just like, wow, that is crazy. That is a lot. And I remember when they did the court case on that, baby, y'all gotta watch it. Let me find out. I want to look this up for y'all. Culture shock. Is that how you spell it? No. Oh, okay. Cool. I actually don't know how to say nothing. Culture shock episodes. They did one on Michael Jackson, the Osbourne, the rise of trash TV. Yes, I was correct. Okay, cool. And Jerry Springer is the picture. Okay, yeah, you can find that on Hulu. It came on A&E, but you can find it on Hulu for sure. Okay. It's some good stuff. Y'all got to start watching these documentaries and these docu-series that be coming on, especially about the pop cultures. I love looking at the ones about music. I love looking at the ones about, things that happen in the years. Y'all have to look at the ones of the greatest moments in the 90s, the greatest moments in the 80s, and the greatest moments in the 70s. Oh, it is amazing. It is amazing. But y'all can tell I'm a little history documentary type of girl or whatever. That's just how I is. But yeah, who else? Jessie Raphael. Now Jessie Raphael was tame compared to Jenny Jones, compared to a Ricki Lake. She was tame, I don't remember too much drama coming from her. I remember when Chili from TLC came on there to find her daddy, and then she wound up finding her sister and all that stuff or whatever. I remember that. That was a cute moment. But other than that, I don't think Jessie Raphael had any real drama. Controversy. I just remember her in her trademark red glasses. That's it. Okay, she was a cute little thing, She was real kind. She gave a grandmotherly feel, a older auntie / slightly young grandmother feel. That's what she gave a little bit. But I really like that show. What other shows did I watch back in the day? Y'all remember Mother Love? Oh my goodness. Monique reminds me of Mother Love for some reason. Monique, the way that they act, I don't know, it just gives me that a little bit, especially when she always saying my babies and I love us for real, my sisters and all that stuff. And girl, okay. But yeah. Oh, Jerry Springer walks so all of this trash shit can run, y'all. And ran it right into the ground. Now we got stuck with, baby, we was spoiled back in the day. Listen, even talk shows that started in the mid-90s, girl, nobody really talks about Rosie O'Donnell, okay? Nobody really talks about Rosie O'Donnell. And I don't understand that, because Rosie O'Donnell was one of the better talk shows, okay? All other celebrities was on there. And I kind of figured out when she was gay, because she used to flirt with a lot of the women's, okay? And I kind of picked up on that. Her and Janet Jackson, every time she came up on that show, they used to flirt. I said, what are y'all doing? This is before I realized what was going on with me, but I was like, what are y'all doing? I mean, I get it, but what are y'all doing? Y'all do know y'all on public TV, right? Oh, okay. Keep on doing it, And I just love a talk show host that makes makes everyone feels comfortable. You know what I'm saying? You had The View. I used to watch The View back in the day. And I'm talking about back in the day, I think, was Diane Sawyer on The View at one point? Was that not? That's not Diane Sawyer. Y'all know which lady I'm talking about that was on The View with the blonde hair. She was one of the originals. And that was back when Barbara Walters, her, and Star Jones was on The View. Baby, I never forget the whole controversy surrounding Star Jones when she was about to get married to Al Reynolds, okay? First of all, we was just looking at that shit like, girl, please. Girl, please. Who you fooling, girl? I'm like, because he damn sure ain't fooling us when he wasn't fooling me, okay? Because I was like, all right. If that's what you say, that's what you say. But yeah, they had that whole thing, and it became so irritating with Star when she was getting ready to get married to Al Reynolds, because every time she came on there, she kept on talking about this wedding, and it was like she was using the show and her position on the show to get free stuff for the wedding. It was always so and so and so and so is sponsoring this, and this is sponsoring this, and this is okay, girl. We get it. It was like, you know how a person that ain't never had nothing in their life and finally they got something, they don't know what to do with it and they don't know how to act. That's how she was acting. I was like, is this your first time having a man? And not only did you get a man, you got a gay man, okay? But hey, it is what it is. Girl, and when it came down to when they was debating on her contract, oh my goodness. When they had came to whatever conclusion that they came to, and Star Jones had announced that on air, because it was like, will she be returning? Won't they be? Are they going to renew her contract? Aren't they going to renew her contract? Or what's going to happen? What lies in the balance? If she's coming back or not? Baby, before we can get a definitive answer from the network, from Barbara Walters and them or whatever, girl, Star Jones came on that show and she put it out there and said, well, ladies, this going to be my last time, and it was cool kicking it with you, but deuces. Barbara Walters was so fucking tight. May she rest in peace. She was over it, girl. She was over it. That was some good TV, bitch. Even when Elizabeth Hasselbeck was on The View, it was good too. I ain't even gonna lie. Because they used to get her ass together, and she used to try to get them together too. It was funny. Talk shows these days, I just can't really get into it. At one point, what talk shows did I at least try to watch of the New Girls? I think I probably watched a couple of episodes of The Talk and never went back. Never went back at all. Never went back. I just couldn't get into it. This new thing of The View, and I'm going back and forth. I mean, that's how it was in the beginning, but I don't know. I just can't get into it. I just don't have the patience to sit there and watch it. Who else is out? I have yet to see a full episode of Jennifer Hudson's talk show, nor have I seen a full episode of Sherry's talk show. I have seen, and congratulations to them, because I believe both of them have gotten nominated for Emmy Awards. That's escalating. Come on, Black Power, Black Magic, Black Woman Magic, Black Girl Magic. There it is, girl. There it is. Okay, get your shit together. Listen, it's late. I'm tired. So there it is. And I just wanted to get on here, hop on here, and just talk to y'all a little bit, rap with y'all, so y'all ain't have to wait for tomorrow. Because some of y'all don't watch some of the stuff that I don't. But so, hey, it is what it is. Something for everybody. But what else? Drew Barrymore. Let me tell you something. You gotta take Drew Barrymore in doses, all right? In doses. Drew Barrymore shows you that bitch has been through some things. If you go look up Drew Barrymore history, oh my God. First of all, she's a child actor, okay, that grew up and went through a whole bunch of shit and was exposed to a whole bunch of stuff that she should not have been exposed to at the young age that she was, okay? Now, with that being said, Mama got on her talk show and she just be relating to everybody. She make everybody feel uncomfortable and comfortable at the same time. What do I mean about that? Mama, I really don't need you all up in my face when you talking to me. You don't have to be this close in my face like that. You know what I'm saying? You probably counting all the hairs on my chin, and you don't need to do that, you know? Back up a little bit, but then you will break me down at the same time and make me unlock some stuff that I probably didn't know that I had going on, and then make me just start crying. I don't want to do all that. But sometimes it just sucks you in, because I randomly just be changing the channel, and then it'd be on, and I just wound up stopping and looking like, damn, Drew, that's kind of deep. Okay, could you back a little bit? But bitch, that is kind of deep, girl. Now, Drew, let me get up on you for a second, because you said something about Scream. Casey Becker, let me tell you something, ma'am. She said, you know how they do stuff these days. It's a possibility that my character can come back. You know, they can make it so. I said, no, they can't, ma'am. Okay, I understand the nostalgia of the franchise, because listen, Scream, regardless of how good the movies may be now, It's one of my favorite horror franchises, okay? I'm not even gonna lie, and I'm not gonna hold you. Let me tell you what I did. I went to the movies to go see Scream 6, right? Liked it, okay? Didn't think I was gonna like it as much because, Neve Campbell wasn't in it, but then I had to realize Scream 5, Neve Campbell was in it for like 2 seconds and then never showed back up. And I bet you she got paid like $1 million. She got paid a few $1 million, okay? You know what I'm saying? I said, ooh, I wish I had that type of power. You know what I'm saying? Just show up for a second and still get paid buku dollars. I'm right. But she didn't show up, and I understood because, they didn't want to pay her what she was worth, okay? Because, the Scream franchise is Neve Campbell. That's what we think about when we think about it. I didn't think I was going to actually like it because she wasn't in it, but I actually did like the last movie. Liked it so much that I pre-ordered it on iTunes, right? Now, when I got the notification saying that it was available to download, when it came available on Tuesday, when it actually hit me late Monday night, and then I was on the phone talking to somebody after I just got through watching it. And I just so happened to see on Paramount that it was on Paramount for free. I was so mad. I spent money to... But bitch, all right. I said, girl, but get back to Drew. Casey Beckert is dead, baby. You can't bring her back. You can bring her back in a flashback and we can get a little bit of her history, but baby, we really don't care. Mama said they can do whatever they got to bring her back. No, girl. The last time we saw your ass, you was hanging by your intestine on the goddamn tree, baby, and all your organs was at your feet, okay? All of your organs was at your feet getting dirty and infected and everything. Ain't that much antibiotics gonna bring that back together or stitching, okay, girlfriend? You was dead as a doorknob, all right? You was butchered inside out. That's just what it was, and you just gonna have to deal with it, okay? You know what? I understand we all want to be a part of something, but this is something that you ain't gonna be a part of no more. You had an iconic role, but that's just what it is. You played the role. The role don't need to come back, okay? Moving on from there. Who else had a talk show? Kelly Clarkson. I don't even be watching her stuff. Not that I don't like her. I'm just not a talk show person no more, But Kelly be on there singing, okay? She be on there singing, That's probably what I can't get into with Jennifer Hudson. Jennifer Hudson, she sings like she's in the church every time, even if it's an R&B song or a pop song or whatever. And I know she's from the church, so of course she has that tone in her voice, and it's irritating sometimes, okay? And I be like, tone it down a little bit. I also used to watch The Real back in the day. I ain't gonna lie, I used to watch The Real back in the day. And as I was watching it, I realized that I was only watching it to support Tamar at the time because I could not relate to no one on that cast. I could not relate to nothing that they was talking about, okay? It was cute, and then it got to a point where when Tamar left, I was still tuned into The Real, but I didn't tune into the whole thing unless they had an interview. And then at that time, I just recorded and just watch. I would actually just watch the, the entertainment portion of it where they talk about different topics that's been headline news like we do on YouTube. That's what I do. I just tune in for that, right? And then if ain't nobody on there that I want to look at who's giving the interview or whatever, I just delete it after that. Honestly, I really don't understand how The Real made it as far as it did. I don't get it because I don't really think it was a good show. I really don't think it was a good show. All right, I don't. It was funny sometimes, it was cute, but I don't think it was that great of a talk show when you compare it to other talk shows, especially the ones that's out. And again, I don't understand how the talk is still here. Who is watching the talk? I do not hear people like, oh girl, let me go watch the talk right quick. No. The only time I see the talk on is if I'm going to the doctor's office, or I think the last time I seen I had went to the hospital so I can get some tests run, and I was waiting to get called, and it was on for like a couple of minutes before it got interrupted for a press conference about those officers down in Memphis, Tennessee, But, yeah, I said, who the fuck is watching? And they play musical chairs with their hosts as well, okay? They really do. That's probably why I can't get into it. I don't know. And then the GOAT. Can't log off of here without bringing Miss Wendy Williams up. I seen this clip where she was getting the paparazzis, whatever, was up in her car, and this was prior before she got sick or whatever, and I think she probably was going through some issues with her marriage or whatever. And she was like, I would tell y'all not to be up in my business and to give me privacy, but I don't give nobody else privacy, and I be all up in their business. So what the fuck? Bitch, the shit was so funny the way she rounded that about, the way she came back to that whole conclusion. Because I was about to say, excuse me, man, you always up in everybody's business, and you've been in everybody's business since you've been on the radio. Let me tell y'all something, okay? Since we going there about Wendy Williams, right? Some people don't like her. It is understandable. It is understandable because the bitch talk about everybody, all right? And let me just say this. Some of y'all hopped onto the Wendy Williams train when her show came on TV. Some of us been on the Wendy Williams train, meaning that we knew of her and we knew about her and we knew exactly what she was about and how she was. Because there is a difference between Wendy Williams that was a talk show host and Wendy Williams that was on the radio. Bitch, that bitch was messy, okay? Messy. Iconic interview between her and Whitney will forever go down. Put that in the Black Smithsonian, okay? Because, girl, mind you, both of them probably was cracked out at the time. No shade. They both probably was sniffing on a little something, calling each other drug addicts. You know what I'm saying? I said it takes one to know one at this point. It was just a mess, but Whitney was reading down, and I just loved her for it. It was a time. May she rest in peace, and I feel so bad, regardless of how, of a nasty person Wendy was at certain times or whatever, and the way that she would say stuff. I feel bad for what she going through with her health, because that is something that can't be avoided, It's not something that she brought on herself. She has Graves' disease, and I feel very disgusted by the paparazzis that be taking pictures of her when they see her outside now. And then you got these people that are like internet bloggers or whatever. They'll just randomly put her pictures up and just let people have a field day. Granted, I know somebody gonna say, but Whitney didn't give a fuck about nobody else, so like, why should we give a fuck about what she? I get it. Trust and believe, I get it, because I had that sentiment as well. But you intentionally putting her pictures up when you see her condition, and so people can talk about her. You know what I'm saying? She has lymphedema in her legs and stuff like that. So that's why her legs are permanently swollen, looking like that. She has Graves' disease, which causes her eyes to pop out like that. Missy Elliott also has Graves' disease. At one point, her eyes was also bulging out as well. But you see, she got, I don't know what medication or what regimen she on, but Missy Elliott is looking good as fuck these days. Mind you, Missy Elliott has always been pretty to me. She's always been cute to me and everything, but mama is cute. Now, I said, damn, bitch, who you up here doing this for? Girl. At one point, I thought, let me stop. Because I can go on some stuff. Girl, this could just be a pop culture episode. Because I just can go down the line. There was some times, if you my age, some of y'all around the same age, even in your your late 20s or whatever, early 30s, all that stuff. Girl, y'all remember back in the day when the rumors was coming out about Missy Elliott? And basically, they were saying Missy Elliott was running through all the girls up in the industry, okay, bitch? They said her and Trina was fucking around. Baby, they connected Missy with damn near every bitch. I think at one point they said, Lil' Kim had something going on too. But that's neither here nor there. And truth be told, y'all want to know who I think had something going on? I really think they're the Brett and Mariah Carey. Granted, I know they really good friends. Bitch, you can't tell me Mariah ain't let the Brad do a little click down there a little bitch, okay? You really can't tell me that. I feel like the same thing went down with Janet. I don't know, like Janet, girl, I already know. Janet a little freaky bitch, okay? Like, yeah, she definitely did something with somebody and let somebody lick that was a bitch. And I would have been like, ooh, let me see, okay? I could just tell. Just listen to that Velvet Rope album. She's very much LGBT friendly, and I love that for her. Now, ma'am, let me ask you a question. Because I seen you down there up in Atlanta or whatever when you was doing your tour. Ashley will be out there later next month, okay? At the end of next month on the 27th, baby. I will be down there in Tinley Park. If you see me, say hi. I'm going to be up towards the front, okay? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be ready. You know what I'm saying? You know, I have to get the best seats, all right? But I didn't get the meet and greet because, girl, paid enough, okay? I paid enough, you know what I'm saying? I may upgrade to a meet and greet. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look, you know, because I be seeing y'all pictures with y'all mean jetted. You know, I don't want to... The insecurity in me is like, what if I meet her and, you know, she's just so small and then she looks so small and tiny to my big, tall ass, okay? Because I'm big and I'm tall and she's short and she's, you know, fit or whatever. And then it's like, oh my God, it looks like, we look like the number 10, okay? I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's the insecurity in me because that's how I felt I looked when I was, when I had went and saw Tony and I did the meet and greet with Tony. But Tony was really, really nice. She knew who I was. So I was like, cool. But anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna be down there and you know, Janet, let me ask you this question. Please tell me it's not true, but if it is, I kind of get it, but at the same time, I don't. You spending the block with JD. Now, I get it. Sometimes people be friends with their exes, you know, even the ones that publicly humiliate the fuck out of them, okay, once we find out what happened and all that stuff. You know, JD, you didn't deserve her. You didn't deserve her if she was going to go out there and do what you did. I just don't understand. Like, y'all be having it, okay? These niggas be having the baddest and the nicest women, and y'all be fucking it up. Halle Berry got cheated on by Eric Benet because he was a sex addict. JD got cheated. Janet Jackson got cheated on by Jermaine fucking Dupri. Girl, and Jermaine Dupri look more decent now, and he really wasn't. I know people clown him for his looks a little bit back in the day, but he really wasn't that bad looking. You know, he was average. You know what I'm saying? He just wasn't a fine nigga, but he wasn't ugly. I would never say he was ugly. Don't put that down up in my comments. I would never say that because I didn't think that. You know, he just looked different. But he looked better now. Now that he got that bald head, he just looked more mature. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he grew into it a little bit. And I can actually see him and Janet together. But I don't think I really want that right now. Because I'm not overweight happy. Even though that ain't none of my business. And, you know, she moved on from it. That's cute or whatever. Get your rocks off, okay? Because, you know, ain't no telling who you been fucking since you broke up with that man. Okay? And I'm talking about the husband. You know. But, hey, that's neither here nor there. I'm just not understanding how people like that be cheating on women like that. Okay? Like, come on, you had Jay-Z who cheated on Beyonce. Beyonce, you ain't get mad enough for me. You ain't get mad enough for me. You ain't get mad enough for me. You wanna know why I say you ain't get mad enough for me? Because you took that nigga back and you made a whole album about his ass. All right, like, you ain't get mad enough for me. Like, ugh. All right, you know, like, you know, because he literally said in one of his songs, almost went Eric Benet, please don't go Eric Benet. That means you cheated multiple times. And Eric Benet was a sex addict, okay? That's why he was cheating. He was cheating with multiple people. I said, oh, I can read between the lines, nigga. All right, I'm old enough to understand what that is. Everybody else probably didn't catch it, but bitch, I caught it. I caught it, okay? All right, you know? And then who else got cheated on? Chili. Oh, Usher make me so mad. Till this day, Usher make me so mad. I bring it up every time. I love me some Usher, but Usher, you make me so mad. That's the one step in your... I'm like, man, y'all was such a sexy couple. A sexy couple. I liked it. I really did. It was like y'all did nasty things, and then y'all probably danced afterwards. You know, just do some stuff. 1, 2 step up in that thing. Ooh, it's just a lot. It's just a lot. But yeah, guys. I don't even understand how I got onto this topic when we was talking about what were we talking about? We was talking about Jerry Springer. Rest in peace to the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Fuck cancer and all that shit. You know, and now we talking about pop culture and music and everything. Girl, you see, I just wanted to come on here and talk, and then I know somebody else is really gonna say, well, bitch, if you was gonna say all of this, you could have went live because you just gave us like a 50-minute video. Fuck y'all. Y'all are not gonna hound me to do something that I'm not ready to do. All right? I'm gonna give y'all a live video. Just know that it's gonna come. You're not gonna know when, okay? It's gonna come like a thief in the night. You're gonna be like, oh my God, oh my God. And I'm gonna be like, yeah, bitch, and what you thought? What you thought? Huh? Here I am. And you better sit there and watch the whole fucking thing. Anyway, let me stop. I feel like I'm threatening y'all, and I don't want that to come off like that, because somebody gonna get in their feelings and be like, oh my God, why you have to talk to us like that? This is why so-and-so, because you must be new here. You must be new here, because my people know what's good, okay? But anyway, y'all, let me get up off here, because, yeah, I got to get ready for work tomorrow. It's my early day too, so I'm gonna actually try to go to bed early, okay? Because I've been going to bed late. And y'all enjoy y'all Friday. Hopefully y'all have a blessed Friday. Hopefully y'all have a good Friday, okay? And y'all be easy. And if you watch Love After Lockup, y'all will see me tomorrow, okay? And have a good one. Peace.